of tea like steaming.
Aye, cheers.
Welcome back to Stephen Boots. I'm the
Are you
Filta.
fucking joking? The one time I let you do the intro. Right, cut that. Start again.
Oh, I'll get the cup of tea. You were taking a sip. I think that was good. Cup of tea like steaming.
Come on then. Take two, Hello everyone, welcome back to Filta. I'm Steve.
I'm Bootsy.
And hey, what a show I've got in store for you this week, guys.
Speaking of that, actually, it was good, wasn't it? Last week we had our first guest on. That went doing alright, didn't it?
It was good, I really enjoyed it.
We're Steven up to 400 view on the YouTube and we hit 10 new subscribers.
Aye, it was good.
What's this way I like?
Had some good comments and that.
Take the Starship Enterprise, yeah.
People seem to like it. But it was really enjoyable one to make that, wasn't it? I mean,
It
apart
was
from
good,
all the
aye.
editing, like,
And we
that
had
was a bit of a nightmare, but the actual interview itself was class, Matty was absolutely sound.
I mean, the editing was a nightmare for me, like, I was...
Oh yeah, man. Well, I had to, like, basically I've been on a week pretty much editing on and off, like a couple of hours a night and that, and then literally the night before it was due to go out, we tried to change something, didn't we? Like a logo in the corner or something, and somehow ended up deleting all of the images and all the videos that were put into the fucking show. So I was up till 1 a.m. just re-editing the whole thing. I was up
till 1 a.m.
But we got there and it came out well, I think.
Aye. So we've been inundated with loads of celebrities and all that wanting to come on the show as the next quest.
Aye, so we're just working.
So we'll get back to you.
Working way through the list of people who have wanted us to come on and just sorting things out, aren't we?
Aye.
Taking my pick.
Aye, that's
for
it.
the celebs.
Aye. Kevin Spacey's been on, hasn't he?
Oh, he's not coming on.
Why, like? Because he's a fucking nonce.
Can I blow the fucking lid off him?
Aye, they was saying like they got one bullet point a day and it was blow the fucking lid off.
One bullet point, blow the lid off Kevin Spacey. Like 2 episodes ago we said, we touched on it, didn't we? And we
all
said,
I know is that he's been touching blokes, that's all I know.
Aye, well, I thought I'll do my bit of research and blow the fucking lid off him, and it's fucking mad, you know, how much of a creep he is. So
I'm looking forward to hearing this, you know,
should
because
we get stuck in?
Aye, because like you've got all these notes and I literally I've not really seen you this week, haven't I not, Stavros?
Been busy one this week.
Aye.
So bear with us. I've got a few notes to get through here, but we'll go through it step by step.
Wake us up when you're done.
Right, you want to listen? It's interesting, this. Check one.
Microphone working.
Aye.
Check.
Aye.
Check.
So, bullet points. A US federal judge has rejected Kevin Spacey's bid to dismiss a civil lawsuit in which a fellow actor, Anthony Rapp, accused the Oscar winner of making an unwanted sexual advance during a party at Spacey's Manhattan home in 1986, when Rapp was 14. Kaplan said Rapp, 50, who is seeking compensatory and punitive damages, could pursue claims of battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The judge dismissed an assault claim because Rapp had brought it too late. Once among Hollywood's biggest stars, Spacey fell from grace after Rapp accused him of misconduct in October 2017, and more accusers came forward. There's been 50.
So it happened in 1986, the first one. That was this Rapp.
Yeah, so the event happened in 86, but he didn't come out and make the accusations till 2017, so like 30 fucking years later.
Right. And that was the first thing against Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, 2017. But since that one, as more people came out, and there's been 15 accusers in total.
From 86 onwards or from 2017 onwards?
Like when that happened or when they made the accusation.
So this bloke saying it happened in 86?
Yeah.
And he never said anything till 2017?
Aye.
These other accusers, are they saying Kevin Spacey did his attack after 2017 or after 86?
No, I think there would have been like previous, like from like
86 onwards.
80s and 90s and stuff, like various different times and stuff. So Netflix dropped Spacey from his starring role in House of Cards after the accusations began surfacing, and the series finished without him. So they must have I've never watched that show, like, but they must have just deleted him.
I watched the start of it and knocked it off, thought it was shit.
Shite, was it?
Yeah.
In the alleged 1986 encounter, gets a bit graphic here, guys. Spacey grabbed Rapp's buttocks, lifted him onto a bed and lay on top of him.
By his buttock?
Aye.
Must be
and
some
then
strong grip, that.
Before rap wriggled out, paper say I, but he was only 14.
Oh, fucking hell, was he?
Aye.
Jesus.
Ari Ben, so that's that one. So this other person, Ari Ben, a former Norwegian royal who accused actor Kevin Spacey of sexual assault in 2017, died by suicide.
And he was the royal family of Norway.
Age 47, just hours after Spacey shared a bizarre video on social media.
What was the video,
I've got it on that as well, coming up. So in 2017, Ben accused Spacey 60 of groping him under the table at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo a decade earlier. He is the third Spacey accuser to die in 2019. He and Spacey were seated next to each other when the alleged incident occurred. We had a nice conversation, Ben said. After 5 minutes, he says, "Hey, let's go out and have a cigarette," then puts his hand under the table and grabs me by the balls. Ben, who was married to the princess at the time, said he was so taken aback that his only response was, maybe later.
Aye?
Imagine someone like rich and powerful in that just grabs you by the ball. I would have smacked him in the
He
body.
was rich and powerful though, he was fucking the Prince of Norway.
Aye, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
Kevin Spacey's not.
I don't care who it is, you know. If I was sitting in a nice dinner show and some fucker sitting next to us grabbed us by the balls under the table, I would punch him straight in the mouth and give a fuck. Unless it was G.
Every time we've had a
He
drink.
does it to me all the fucking time and I put a claim in.
Battery.
Aye. Anyway, we shouldn't really laugh, should we?
Nah.
Poor guy. Yeah, so moving on to Spacey's video. Ben's death comes after Spacey, who has been accused of sexual misconduct by more than a dozen men, released a video on Christmas Eve in which he said he would kill his enemies with kindness. In the video, Spacey was speaking with a southern accent like one of his most famous characters, President Frank Underwood from Netflix's House of Cards. We'll put the video in, yeah? Techno, take it away.
Oh, can you see it?
Aye, it's on the internet, aye.
Next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
And then the last little bit, so 2 other Spacey accusers have died. So John Doe, so that just means haven't released the real name. Another of Spacey's accusers, an anonymous massage therapist, died in September 2019, just 1 month before his lawsuit against actor was set to go on trial. And then Linda Culkin. Linda Culkin died after being struck by a car in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Any relation to Macaulay?
Hi.
Is it actually?
Macaulay's ma? No, I don't know. No charges were filed against the driver, who remained at the scene. Culkin, a former nursing assistant who was 59 when she died, was the first to accuse Spacey of misconduct against young men. She began cyberstalking the actor in 2009 after one of her patients accused Spacey of attacking him. In 2014, she was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison for sending him and his associates death threats and bomb threats. And then she got run out.
Right now,
Which is deep. So that's 3 people who have accused them. But there's this new one that's ongoing still now, so let's wait and see if he corks it mysteriously and suddenly.
Fuck me, dead.
Yeah, there we go, fucking lids flying out.
I watch it for that lid. Whoa.
Lids flying out.
Okay, now the lid blows.
But there we have it. What do you think, guys?
Do you reckon he's a fucking nonce or what?
Do you reckon these deaths are coincidental, or do you reckon he's having them topped?
Aye, it seems that way, doesn't it? To me.
Very suspicious.
Fuck him, eh?
Aye, fuck him.
You kind of just going around grabbing blokes' cocks underneath the Oscars table.
But how convenient though that, like, just before they go to trial, they get run over or commit suicide and all that. Like,
he thought he was at the Nobel Peace Prize and he's under the table trying to grab blokes as pieces. Isn't he?
He got his Peace Prize, didn't he?
I did.
Under the table.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, aye.
What a freak, eh? Aye. But they reckon that Hollywood's full of them creeps.
Creeps and nonsense and that.
Aye.
All his victims are like boys and men.
Ugh.
Like grabbing men and that and kids and shit. I know it's a shame now because there's loads of films with Kevin Spacey in that I really used to like in that.
I know.
Like, remember that one we watched recently, 7, with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. And he's the baddie in it.
Aye,
It was actually kind of good, that.
He plays the baddie well, doesn't he?
Aye.
He always plays the fucking creep well, actually.
Aye.
Maybe he's not even acting, eh?
Aye.
Maybe he's just a fucking creep.
Aye. What was that other
I
one?
can play a ginger cunt well. I wouldn't have to dean out.
Aye. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point, that. You know, when they need a role for, like, a fat, thick idiot. How do they advertise for that, like?
Oh, aye.
Like, you know, like
Is
on
it
EastEnders and that.
Aye.
It's always like the token.
Aye, or like even in movies where the character's a bit of a loser or whatever,
Aye.
and like, you know, maybe overweight or something like that, you think, how did this person agree to do that role? Is it not a bit demeaning, or like...
Oh, aye. Like the director walking down the high street in Newcastle. Oh, you look like a nonce. You'd be perfect for the new fucking star role.
Aye, Kevin Bacon in that Sleepers.
What's that?
The one we watched last Sunday, Sleepers, have you seen that?
Kevin
It's from the
Bacon?
90s.
Is Kevin Bacon
Kevin
in
Bacon
it?
plays a nonce. Aye. With the,
Oh, I fucking fell
the four
asleep in that
kids,
now.
the four kids got to like a Borstal, like a kid's prison.
Oh,
or
aye.
anything. And,
Oh, aye.
Oh, Kevin Bacon's a nonce.
Now it is.
But
I
now
can't
this,
keep my eyes open.
why would you apply
know.
to be a nonce on a
Aye,
film?
we need a nonce. We need a.
I know how be wicked. Kevin Bacon. Get Kevin on the phone.
Do you know who looks like a fucking nonce? Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, he'd be fucking great. innit?
It's a no-brainer.
That should be the clickbait. Is Kevin Bacon a nonce?
Okay, aye. Oh wait.
That's all my notes, guys.
Is it actually aye? Didn't we go out, what I was gonna say, fucking off that topic then? Didn't you go and see the Maverick?
I did actually. Aye, it was fucking class.
You were in that special seat.
Aye, so I'd never even seen the first Top Gun till recently, till this new one came out. We watched it in here the other week, aye, and then I went with Barney to see Top Gun 2 at the pictures. We got them 4DX seats where they're moving all that and spray water. Yeah, it was fucking wicked, you know. It's like on a roller coaster, right? Like,
Aye.
aye, it was wicked. I loved it, mate.
Aye.
Barney was sick with it by the end, like, but I was enjoying it, mate. I was creased.
Aye, they reckon there was a sex scene how they dildo up your ass, didn't they?
Aye.
Couldn't move him, couldn't shift him.
Getting my eyes spun.
Aye, he's there all neat, Steve.
Aye.
But that scene on again.
But like outside of that, like the film itself is fucking wicked, you know. I loved it, mate. And I've never been a fan of Tom Cruise until I watched Top Gun 1 the other week. I'd never actually seen a Tom Cruise film ever, because I've always thought he was a weirdo.
Ah, yes.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Top Gun, and Top Gun 2 is even better, I would say. And it like builds on the first one. I was sometimes thinking now when they do like a sequel or like a remake of an old like 80s or 90s classic, whatever, you sometimes think it's just a cash grab, don't you? Like, it's obviously going to sell tickets, and sometimes, you know, they really fail, and it's just a blatant attempt to like sell tickets off the name. Like when they done that Ghostbusters with all the female cast and stuff, it was just a pure flop. They sometimes just rehash old like you know, big films to like I say, to profit. But this was actually a really good film, you know. It was fucking class. Like, had like the theme tunes and all that was in it and that. Fucking what's the tune? Danger Zone. Highway to the danger zone. It's fucking class.
That's good. I love the soundtrack on the first one.
You can see it, you know, like highly amended.
You know what? We had me and Lila were just on about it the other day. Like, we've never been to pictures in ages, and we're keen to go and see that Maverick, but there's a scary one out as well, and we've never seen a scary film, like a proper scary film in ages. I think he might have sent us the advert for it. The black phone.
Ethan Hawke one.
Christ almighty.
Looks scary, that.
I've even knocked the trailer off, man.
It looks good.
Would you like to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
I kind of got to see scary ones in the pictures because my last one had gone.
Win it.
She doesn't like scary films. It's hard enough to get to watch one in the house. There's no chance of I going to see one of the pictures. Like no hope in hell.
That's the thing with a scary film, right? I'll be like, oh, this is great. This, like, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a fucking fright. And but you know, like, as soon as say like the first 2 minutes, I'm just sat there thinking, oh, why the fuck am I putting myself through this?
I know. It's like
I'm actually scared stiff. Now, one bad thing about going to the pictures to watch a scary film, you always get groups of people laughing and all that.
Oh,
like, yeah,
God.
Man, if you're gonna fucking laugh, fuck off.
Yeah, man, when I went to see Top Gun the other week, there's like a bit where like he saves the day or whatever, like he does in these films, and someone went, woo, Maverick! It's cheesy as fuck, and then all these lads started laughing and clapping. I was like, fuck off, man, will you?
We're trying to watch a film,
Shut the fuck up and watch the film, will you?
You should be told to be silent
Killing
in a film.
Killing me vibe. Yeah, Maverick.
How's he like?
Aye.
Well, I'd be, wouldn't it? Half of them think they're American. What about off that topic then? Just when you say on about how you Ghostbusters and all that, how you an all women casting and it flopped. We can say something.
No, sorry, carry on.
I tell you what.
I was going to say...
You need to get them WD-40 on them doors.
Yeah, we do, you know. The creaky as fuck.
And now the fucking all. Sometime in the middle of the night, I hear you going for a slash.
I will get some.
I will get some, I've got some in the van there.
I was just going to say...
the tools, you know.
The remake, or the sequel of the Ghostbusters they've done recently, which came out, was it this year or last year? That was actually really good.
With the blokes in. So this is, I think that's what, when you just said that there, right, it just reminded us something about something. And I watched the Ricky Gervais thing. Have you watched that yet?
No, I've not seen it yet, but I want to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Guns in, like. He's getting loads of whiplash and all off.
And loads of stick, is he?
He's saying it because it's all the left-hand side. I didn't really get it, mate, the left and the right.
The left-hand side?
The left-hand side of the government are fucking bunch of fairies and the right-hand side are like Hitler and that. Is that how it goes?
I think so.
More or less, aye. Left and right. He's getting the loads of the backlash off the lefts.
Is he?
Because he guns right in on trans people, he guns in on...
Women, I've seen a bit about women comedians, how women aren't funny in that.
Oh, aye, but to be fair, he's got a point, like, because how many women comedians have you watched who are good? But to be fair, also, I didn't watch many comedians anyway. I didn't really think half the blokes who are supposedly hilarious. I really don't think they are. I think me and you can have a funny conversation in the house and be funnier than half these cunts that get paid for it. I've watched that, what's it, Mock the Week and all that. And them, that kind of comedy for me. Now, like, snob, like, they think they're better and they're just poking fun at anything and it's shit.
Yeah.
And I think these cunts aren't even funny.
Yeah,
fucking Steve's funnier than this prick.
I do like stand-up comedies. I don't watch them all the time, but, like, periodically, like, I'll watch one. But there's like, I remember when I was a kid, like, my dad used to be into them, and my dad used to watch like Billy Connolly and that, and my dad had all the tapes.
I've heard Billy Connolly's
So Billy Connolly, I used to like that, and a few of the older ones my dad used to like and stuff.
My dad had all the Chubby Brown
Chubby
videos.
Browns he used to have as well.
But then, if I was to watch Chubby Brown now, I'd think
it's cringe,
terrible, this,
I know,
like.
it is
just a
cringe.
fat divvy, isn't he?
Aye, it's just a bit cringe, isn't it?
One bit where it's funny when he comes with fucking dancing and all that, and he's swinging the microphone. He's got
swinging his cock about and that.
And he's got his daft helmet on and all that.
I mean, there are some funny jokes, but it's a bit too much, isn't it? Some of it, like,
he's just a racist fucking idiot.
And it's a bit like, I don't know, it's kind of like schoolyard jokes, like you would say when you were a kid, like just swearing for the sake of it. But I remember my dad actually took me and my brother to see Chubby Brown when I must have been about 11 or something, you know, 12. My dad took me to the town hall in City Hall or whatever in Newcastle to see Chubby Brown.
Honestly, I
went to see him live.
That'd have been good.
It was class.
Young,
I had about a buzz. It was a good laugh.
Aye.
I went to see him again actually with your kid.
Aye.
The whole half, aye.
See that thing with Chubby Brown? He's pretty fucking big though, isn't he?
Aye. Well, you know,
but how's he doing shows in the Holgoff? Saying that the Holgoff was fucking huge.
Well, you know, he started doing the like local club scene in the North East. That's how he like got his start. And then he was in places like the Holgoff in the West End, because he was on in the West End years earlier, apparently in Leighton as well.
Aye.
But when me and your kid went to see him in Clarkey, shout out Clarkey, Matty Rook as well.
Aye.
It wasn't like a stand-up comedy he was doing. It was like a talk. It was like he wasn't wearing his get-up. He was wearing a normal suit or whatever.
Honestly.
And he was just like doing a talk. And like people could ask him questions just to talk about his life and his career and that. It was actually really interesting, you know. And then he was signing his book, and then you could go up and queue and talk to him and that, and your dad went up and was talking for ages. Remember, I had a phone before, and Dan was like talking to him for ages on the stage.
Let me get him on the programme.
Chubby Brown be class to get on.
He would, aye.
Aye.
He wouldn't come on, he's too big for the show.
He's probably getting on now, you know.
Aye. Is he still
like, he was old when I used to watch his videos like 20 years ago.
The helmet's last ride.
Aye, the hell rides again.
There was actually one.
In Australia.
Right, Chubby Brown goes down under.
Aye. Because the first show he goes, I thought I saw my first kangaroo the other day. It was just a greyhound having a shit.
Right. Yeah, you know, it's funny now. Actually, when I was on holiday, I seen the kangaroos and all that, like up close and all that, like in the wild and all that. You ever seen a kangaroo's balls?
Aye, they're massive, aye.
They hang right down. It looks like they're on a bit of string, and then it's just a pair of balls. And are they not hurt? Does that not come off? One get caught on one like
swinging
rogue bit of tree. The balls are gonna get pulled clean off. I was thinking at the first, mate, let's get it's got a joy, and we got a bit closer, and it's fucking it's bollocks, man.
Oh, just its balls.
Aye, spoiled all cuteness. They're like giant rats, aren't they?
Aye,
Like,
they actually
rats,
are. They get culled, don't they? Because they're like vermin, apparently.
Aye.
Like the
That's
farmers
what-
kill them.
That's why it's so cheap, you know, our the shop. Tell you about it.
Kangaroo, aye, it's quite nice, you know.
aye.
Kangaroo burgers are lush.
Aye, it's like
but then
steak.
people look at you funny when you say, oh, you've had a kangaroo, it's lush. They're going, I wouldn't date kangaroo. I'm like, well, why? You eat cows and fucking pigs.
Aye.
Like,
No, it's
because kangaroos are cute.
it's meant for the gym and all, you know. It's chock-a-work
Aye,
protein.
it's one of the
leanest ones.
It's meant to be one of the leanest meats.
But also, not just that, double cheap as well.
Yeah, because they're fucking everywhere, aren't they?
Aye. That's what they reckon the farmers kill them because the vermin eat all the plants and what have
Aye.
you. So they kill them and sell them dead cheap. It's pretty nice.
Did you have loads of cane toads on the farm where you were?
Aye, the green, bright green
Aye.
things.
That's funny, the story about them, how they came in. No, they were a massive problem, like a pandemic, epidemic, or
French?
whatever you call it.
French people.
No, the cane toads. Was it French people, was it? But what happened was, they had sugar cane fields. And they had like bugs eating the sugar cane.
Aye.
So they brought cane toads in, thinking that the cane toads were gonna eat the bugs off the sugar canes.
Aye.
But like, how stupid's that? They're obviously gonna just eat the sugar cane, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So they just ignored the bugs and just started ploughing through all the fields of sugar cane and made the problem a million times worse. They started reproducing loads and then it was just a massive problem still now. There's cane toads everywhere, they can't get rid of them. They were not even a native animal to Australia either, they brought them in from somewhere and they fucked
I
it.
reckon they did the same thing with them bin chickens, you know.
Honestly,
They reckon they
them
brought
ibises.
They reckon they brought them in from China because they looked cool and all that. Put them in one of the zoos, and it fucking
Just flew
flew
away.
off, spread everywhere, and knew the fucking. You seen the state of them, man?
Aye, I know.
The bin
If you've
chicken.
ever been to Sydney, like,
The first, wait, no, not even Sydney though. But I remember we first got off the plane in Australia and all that, and there was one of them bin chickens walking down the street, and I was like, fuck me, what's that? It's like a fucking pterodactyl.
aye. Now else that class, them bush turkeys. Ooh.
Aye, I know.
You'll just be walking through like on a bushwalk and you'll shout, shh.
Aye.
You turn around, there's a fucking turkey. Ooh.
Aye, I know.
In the bush.
You can't eat them.
You can't eat them.
I think the Aboriginal lads can have them if they want them, but everyone else, you're not allowed to touch them. They're beasts of the land. But aye, anyway, Ricky Gervais.
Aye. We fucking got a bit off track there, didn't we?
Aye. On about Frenchmen and fucking turkeys. One about the Turkish and the French. We'll be getting in the left, you know, they'll be onto it.
Aye.
Can it be griefing a minority? Anyway, Ricky Gervais, what was I saying about him?
These jokes.
I bet you I've got fuck all. Oh, I saw he was just saying that he takes the piss out of all the trans people, right? And the minorities and stuff like that. Purely to keep everyone equal. That's what he says, and he's got a fair point, to be fair. Now, these trans people and that, they want to be treated as equal. So surely if a comedian's putting a show on, can they not have the piss taken out of them as well?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about that?
No, I agree.
It's a joke.
I agree with that.
Comedians
Like,
are like there to poke fun
it's
at stuff that's
aye.
going on in the,
It's not like-
in the thing.
Obviously, it's controversial, that, but it is inclusive. Like, by griefing them, like, it's just like the age-old thing with comedy. It's about taking the piss out of people, whether it's about, like, obviously race is a big one. Like, you'll get, like, Dave Chappelle's and them, they always take the piss out of white people, but we find it funny. It's, like, not a big deal, do you know what I mean? And, like, and all that sort of shit. And people, like, talking about other cultures and, like, or, like, opposite sex or whatever. It's just, like, human nature. It's not, like, done in malice. It's just funny, innit? It's just, like...
That's what a comedian's job is,
yeah,
though.
aye. So why not
Like, they're there to...
trans, you
to,
know
like,
what I mean? Like, I think it's funny.
They're not actually, like... Are they even, like, a real person kind of thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, a comedian,
trans
like...
people?
No, no, but, like, a comedian, like, can you even say that that's Ricky Gervais doing it? Because he's purely...
Yeah.
His job is to poke fun.
Yeah. So
and
he's,
try and make people laugh.
and he's wrote a bit, and he's like, he's like an act, isn't he? Like, it's a thing, aye.
But I was thinking, right, so these trans people get all offended, right? Before he was cracking jokes about them, would them be sat there laughing at a kind of like a joke that took the piss out of a Chinese person, for example? Would they find that funny? It's like they want to be above everything,
Aye. Yeah. It
just fit in.
I know, aye. Like,
And anyway, another thing to add on top of that, anyway, was, I see all these memes going on and daft things and all that, saying they're teaching kids in school, I went for you there, he whipped you.
oh no, he's clicking you. Clicking you tune top.
Saying they're teaching kids as young as 6 about changing the gender if they want to and all that.
Are they actually doing
no,
that?
No, but that's what I was going to say, right? Are they actually doing that? Or is it just these lunatics saying, this is what's going on?
You know what? My sister-in-law's a school teacher, primary school. I'll find out. What are you teaching these kids?
Aye, because do you know what it is? Like, honestly, I can't see it, mate. I can't see them teaching a kid that if they're not happy being a lad, don't worry about it, we can change your gender. Because they're not that they, in later life, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
But I just can't see them doing it as young as 6. But, and then you get these like the proper full-on left people saying, but it's their right and all that, they should do that. But the thing is, they're just 6-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know. They can't think straight.
They don't have a sexual preference at all at that stage and all that.
And another thing, they're not teaching in schools, or are they, that being straight is right? I didn't think they did when I was young.
I don't know. It wasn't even a thing.
It's just the thing. It's never been a thing, but now it is.
Sexuality wasn't even brought up at school.
Not until
year
later.
6, the first time was in year 6 when they brought in some outside person to do the sex education day where they had a video on like diagrams of the fucking fanny and all that. It was awkward as fuck. Had to do with hard-ons and all that.
But kind of that needs to be taught. So then people understand what's happening, like especially lasses if they're gonna have like maybe like go through that time where they start that cycle and all that shit. That kind of needs to be taught. But anything else, I don't think does.
Yeah, just biology.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
Let the child.
This
is getting deep, mate.
There should definitely be like a culture of like everyone just do what you want to do, you do you kind of thing. But I don't think it should be put in kids' faces. Like they should know that it's okay if that's what you want to do. It's fine. But I don't think it should be like. I think you're gonna confuse kids if you put it under their nose when they're 6-year-old, and then they might think, might have never had that thought until then. So they might have never went that route. You know what I mean? But if that's how someone genuinely feels as they grow older, then
fair enough, Like,
I
don't think anyone even is against that.
Sexuality shouldn't be in school at all. Like, I don't think. Like,
nah.
Like, all that shit. Like, let kids grow up. Let kids be kids and let them come to that one realisation what they want to do.
And then these mixed toilets and stuff like that—that's fucking weird, and I think. Now these toilets where you can be a bloke or a wife going into a toilet, like that.
I've noticed more and more recently. I've been in places where the toilets are just like
didn't like it, me
mixed.
I fucking don't like it. Like if I'm say in the tune with Layla, I'm just going to the toilet and I'm stood outside, thinking there could be some gadget in there.
Going what?
Well, you
can't do that too.
And then I'm the fucking creep who's fucking hanging about the toilet. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a crazy old day.
Why not just keep it separate? And then if there's a trans wife that wants to go into the women's toilets, then fair enough. But they can't have the mixed toilets. 2 creepy fucking blokes and all that stood in the toilet. I think that was wrong, yeah.
Aye. Crazy times there.
Anyway, we're getting on the PV today, aren't we, Stevie?
Aye, getting stuck eating.
Aye.
Look at this.
Get away, will you? We're trying to film the programme.
Gonna flick it off. Aye, getting stuck eating the day, the lads.
I think I had one more note. But you know what? We're on 26 minutes. I don't know if we're going to hear off time.
Let's do who's got the line and wrap it up,
Who's got the lines?
I haven't even fought one this week.
All right. Wait. Nowadays it's because like I was saying, we'll have a week off because what happened was we filmed the programme 2 weeks ago, didn't we? Which was what we released it.
We filmed 2 that day.
Aye, and then we had a nice chilled out day, went for a walk and what have you. And then on the night time we filmed the programme with Matty. Or did we say thanks very much for Matty there? Aye. Big shout out to you.
Aye, thanks again, Matty.
Aye.
It was a pleasure having you on.
You always have a place on the new Filta programme.
Aye.
As the first guest who showed you a bit of time. Apart from Barney, but he was supposed to be the sporting correspondent. Oh, get away, will you?
Barney, the sporting correspondent, aye.
But the first celebrity guest was Matty.
Aye, first celebrity guest.
What were we saying? Oh, so I was thinking, 2 weeks. I've got 2 weeks to get some notes together. And it wasn't until last night I was thinking, fuck, I've got nothing. Not a thing. I hope Steeman's going to carry us, like.
We're blowing the lid off it.
Aye.
What should we blow the lid off next time, guys? There's a few other conspiracies and stuff that I think people want to see we blow the lid off.
Aye.
Put some comments in if there's any topics you want me to blow the lid off, and we'll we'll get some research done and we'll fucking blow the lid off, clean off it.
Aye, we will, aye. Well, I'll stop this here and then we'll come back with a quick round of who's got the lane. The cat's fucking farted there. Get off, he's farting on the settee. The cat's got a fart on the settee. If he's not scratching the settee, he's farting on it. Right, where were we? Who's got the lane?
Do you want to go on first?
I've actually got a good one this week, and I was from when I was younger. It used to be one of my favourite films. I've never seen it in years, and I think I could watch it now, and it probably would still be unreal. It's got some belt actors in.
Kids film?
No, it's not a kids film.
A timeless classic.
I reckon it is. I don't know if you've seen it. I've never spoken to you about it. Right, here we go and read. How'd you do? Get into the thing. My product is 51 times more explosive than ecstasy, 51 times more hallucinogenic than acid, and 51 times more stronger than cocaine. It's like getting a personal visit from God.
Samuel L. Jackson, 51st
Hey! How did you know that?
It's a belter film, that.
Isn't it unreal?
It's class,
yeah.
man.
It's on a belter tune now, you know. It was Lee Haslam. Music is the drug. I've got it mixed up, you know. It's my product is 51 times stronger than cocaine, and the last one is whatever than ecstasy. And he's like, it's like getting a personal visit from God, and then he hides the mood.
Aye, in the club, aye.
Fuck me, it's a great film, man.
What's it, Robert Carlyle?
Aye,
he's class as well, isn't he?
Aye, it's got
and it's got
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf's in it, aye.
Meatloaf plays Mr. McElroy.
Doesn't it have the guy Jim Royal off the Royal Family?
Does it?
Remember the film Royal Family?
Aye.
On UK Gold and that.
What part does he play?
I don't know.
Are you not thinking of Meatloaf?
No, I'm sure he's in it. You know, I might be wrong.
Maybe
Like, it's been years since I've seen it.
Unreal film.
Maybe getting mixed up with another film in my head.
That tune's a belter. It was on, the Tidy Boys.
Tidy Boys.
They used to play it because it was on their label, Tidy Records.
Aye, God, Tidy Boys.
Lee Haslam, Music is the Drug. Possibly the guy got remix. Fucking spot on.
Yeah, I've got one for you then.
Oh.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger in Rambo. Did I get it?
Aye, class.
Quality, aye. 40.
Got the point there.
Aye. Quality.
Alright, let's wrap this one up, guys.
Aye.
Thanks for tuning in.
We never wrapped it up, didn't we?
Aye.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you could hit the subscribe button, that would be great, guys.
Aye, subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Checking the mic.
Cup of tea like Steven.